consistency, doing the right fundamentals. It takes time and consistency. And like people just aren't ready to do that.
I wanted to start a podcast for probably 3 or 4 years ago. I just never pulled the trigger. I got all the equipment and everything and just never hit play,
Yep. It happens.
I think it's so important though. You see that with a lot of investors, a lot of people doing really big things that are awesome in the real estate industry, but nobody knows about it. And I think like to be really successful, everybody needs to know what you're doing. So kind of walk us through what that looks like. Should we start that as new investors? Like, should we start doing the branding thing from the very beginning? Or is that something like we reach out to you after we've done a few deals? Like, what does all that look like?
Yeah, I mean, well, reaching out to me, like, set that aside. Like, if you could do this stuff on your own, right? So the thing is, and you said it like straight out, I was literally good. You pulled the words out of my mouth. If people don't know who you are and what you do, I mean, that's branding. That's what marketing is, right? Advertising. If people don't know who you are and what you do, then you're not going to get business. Like the more people that know, the higher potential you have of, bringing the right clientele to your doorstep, and then you convert them into, a customer. And then at that point, now it's operational. Now it's like, am I delivering value and what I'm supposed to be doing to my clients on the operation side, right? The product delivery, the service delivery, whatever it is. But in terms of marketing, like getting them through the door, then like you start that immediately. So I don't care if you've only done one deal. I don't care if you've done no deals. So the way that, let's take for instance, like I think your podcast is a little bit more like just outside of real estate, but let's just say for instance, you're a new real estate investor, you're a wholesaler. Like you maybe did one deal and you're like, man, I need to do this more. You're still working a full-time job. Where you're like, I know I need to create content, I just don't know what to do, or I just need to brand myself or market myself, advertise, whatever it is. What you're doing at this point is just advertising and marketing what you do, literally what you do. And then great way to do that is to answer questions that your potential leads will have for you about the service that you're offering. So if you're offering to wholesale, so you're going to buy it from a cash buyer, you're going to buy a house from you're going to be the cash buyer, buy a house from a motivated seller lead, then you talk about that in your marketing, in your video content, in social media about like literally answering. And if you don't know what questions are being asked, then go to ChatGPT and look that up, or go to some, Google Analytics, or go to your competitors. Like analyzing your competitors in your market is the most surefire way to know what to market, right? So replicating what they do, obviously making it your own and not just plagiarizing, but making it your own is a very easy way to break into your marketing. I think like, Wyatt, a lot of times people just like, not just even starting a podcast, like you mentioned, you got all the equipment and everything. You knew that you wanted to do it. You knew you needed to do it, but you were unsure. One of the main reasons why people don't start something even though they need to is because they're unsure of what the results will be on the back end.
Right.
And I'll just tell you this right now, like when it comes to organic content, it's very much like working out. It's very much like getting fit. Like you don't go to the gym for 2 weeks straight and you're all of a sudden like jacked and like you're, benching double what you were 2 weeks ago. That's not how it works. It takes time, consistency, doing the right fundamentals, feeding the right diet, which in my opinion is like the content creation side. It's the marketing side. It takes time and consistency, and like people just aren't ready to do that. So.
Yeah, I agree.